talk with him a little bit later. The practice has begun for the 76th Indy 500. Welcome to Countdown to Indy. I'm Paul Page, and we're in our garage at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the world's greatest race course, where we have already seen some incredible speeds, remembering that the fastest speed in practice up to the start of practice 2 days ago here was about 229 miles an hour. But they've gone well above that now, and there's a battle of the engines underway as well. Jim Crawford circled this course at 231 miles an hour in the middle of the after room. It was an incredible lap for that car, Buick powered, and he really didn't have that many laps on the car. This car, of course, is owned by Kenny Bernstein, and when he came in from his 231 mile an hour lap, he was very pleased with it. But then again, Jim Crawford said, really, speed at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is, in fact, my business.
Well, that's what we're here to do. You know, we're not here to mess around now. This is the Indy 500 for real, so we're going for it with everything we've got.
Well, it feels real good, I'll tell you. Of course, the conditions are good, but the team's done a great job. Might have got a little bit of a toe that time on that last lap, but the 230, right before that, the 231 was pretty legit, so the 232 looks good, but I'm not sure we got a little bit of help on that one, but it was a good, legitimate 231 run, and that's what we were looking for Jim today. He did a great job.
Now, if you think that's fast, just before the final gun at 6 o'clock, he was out again, this time 233.4 miles an hour in that Quaker State Buick, and I'll tell you what, Kenny Bernstein, the car's owner, was absolutely ecstatic with the whole situation. Now, then there's two cars in that stable. The second one belongs to Roberto Guerrero. Roberto, who was so close to an Indy 500 win just a few years ago, was out and circling again above 230 at 230.4 miles an hour.
There you go. I mean, people start crying, oh, the Buicks have too much boost and blah, blah, blah. I mean, both Michael and Mario now are right up there with us. So then if they have the advantage, we have an advantage with the boost, then we could complain why they have an advantage for the engine being smaller. How come they let them build that engine so small? So they take advantage of the aerodynamics. You know, it's one of those that you'll always find something to complain about.
Well, the day was an overcast day, temperatures going only to about the 60s, and Michael Andretti headed out and ran his Ford Cosworth at 229.5 miles an hour.
Well, I'm happy that we're at least up there with everybody else. You got to give credit to the weather. I mean, the weather is about as good as you can get for these types of speeds. But, you know, I'm happy that we're at least in the ballpark, and hopefully we can go quicker.
It wasn't only Michael, the defending PPG IndyCar world champion, but his father Mario, who for a while was in fact faster than Michael until that fast lap turn by the younger Andretti. Well, Mario Andretti with a Ford Cosworth Power out of the Newman Haas stable, very fast indeed at 229. And then the Buick Power came back. This is Gary Bentonhausen, and he was looking very strong as well. Remember how good he was in qualifying last year. Gary Bentonhausen at 228.4 miles an hour. Here then are the fastest speeds both of the day and the month. Jim Crawford turning that 233 after only 35 laps of practice. The battle of the Fords and the Buicks definitely underway, and look down there in 9th position. Rick Mears is the fastest Chevrolet, but only 9th quick thus far. Well, now the Indianapolis Motor Speedway opened on Saturday to pomp and ceremony and plenty of speeds. And our Mike King has the report.
For the past couple of years, poor weather has put a damper on opening day festivities, but this May got off to a brighter start. Speedway President Tony George turned over the keys to the Cadillac Alante pace car to Chief Steward Tom Benford early Saturday afternoon, and everyone was ready to go racing, including 500 Festival Queen Mary Troyer, a junior at Purdue University.
We went around the track at 10 miles an hour, and I said, can't we get another zero on that? Can't we get another zero?
The man who has made a habit of having the first car on the track was also ready.
To start the month out first has always been our goal, and try to end it first. Obviously, a lot of teams have that same goal in mind as far as the finish is concerned, but we like to try to put the first in front of everything we try to do.
But this year, it was not a single Simon car, but the entire team that took to the track. Scott Brayton, Hiro Matsushita, Philippe Gache, and Lynn St. James roared out of the pits shortly after 1 o'clock, then made a 4-wide pass down the front straight. That marked the beginning of an exceptionally busy day one, a day that will likely serve as a good indicator for what we can expect this month. At 5:24, Jim Crawford served notice that the Buicks were ready to run, turning a lap at 2:29.609 in the King Motorsports Lola. In fact, the 3 fastest laps of the day belong to drivers with Buick power. Indy rookie Nelson Piquet pushed the Menard Lola to nearly 226 miles an hour, and Crawford's teammate Roberto Guerrero was over 225. Day 2 started early, but the action took place high above the 2.5-mile oval as hot air balloons took to the sky for a pre-dawn competition. Sunday's sunny skies and cooler temperatures were also perfect for the annual Save Arnold Barbecue, featuring some guys you just might have seen before. Indianapolis Motor Speedway chairman of the board, Mary Holman George, created the event 12 years ago as a fundraiser for Special Olympics. When you started this 12 years ago, did you ever think it would get this big?
Never. No, we started with a little pig, and look what's happened. This year, I think we were expecting over 7,000.
To date, the event has raised close to $1 million to benefit some very special athletes. On the track Sunday, plenty of action. 37 cars out, topped by Michael Andretti's lap of 226.187. Also, the first incident of the month as Fabrizio Barbassa brushed the wall coming out of Turn 1. He was not injured. For Countdown to Indy, I'm Mike King.
Countdown to Indy is brought to you by RCA, changing entertainment again, and by LensCrafters, better fit for greater comfort, and by Split-Fire Spark Plugs, more power, more mileage, or your money back, and by GTE, the front runner in communications.
If your VCS code in your TV listing, then punch it in that. So if you had it with your old VCR, get rid of it and get the easy-to-use RCA VCR with VCR Plus built in.
I wore LensCrafters glasses before I did the LensCrafters commercials. Back in the miners ad.
Miami's prime location on...
Welcome back. You know, over the winter, a great deal of change occurs within the Indy cars. There's new engines, there are new chassis, there are new teams being formed. In fact, the winter is almost as busy as it is during the summer months actually racing. Let's take a look with Mike King as what's changed over the winter in the Indy cars.
This guy's just speeding out here.
After all, that's the objective at Indianapolis, but all the drivers wanting to do some speeding this month haven't had the opportunity. Not yet, anyway.
I don't think there's enough car owners and major sponsors right now, so it makes it hard. It seems like there's more drivers than there are of the good cars.
Are you having fun today? And if you think it's tough for Big Al to find a quality ride, just think of the problems Dean Hall is having.
You know, it's tough. I'm here beating the pavement, looking for a job. Things are very expensive, and the economy's kind of tight these days, so, you know, yeah, it's tough.
Three-time winner Johnny Rutherford is back and looking for a spot in his 25th 500.
Well, it's just a number, but it would be kind of nice if that's the only one I'm going to get to do. Then that would to say I had 25 here.
Speaking of numbers, legendary A.J. Foyt will return looking to start his 35th consecutive race at the Brickyard. Well, getting one race under their belt is the goal of this year's crop of rookies. Lynn St. James will look to become only the second female driver to start the 500.